afternoon, Kansas City, and beyond. This is Noel Engler. That's right, Noel John Paul Engel, the one and only Noel John Paul Engel. And this is Today in Politics. And Today in Politics, today's topic, I'm going to talk about Federal Law 18 U.S. Code 1513, Retaliating against a witness, victim, or an informant, Part 2. This is Part 2. If I can get it out. Part 2. Well, first of all, they must be at it again, lying about my relationship status, just like they are lying about my location, according to my phone, because everyone keeps their phone on them these days, don't they? Which could in court be what is considered as what is acceptable by society, as I recall seeing that saying before in research. Oh, when I say they're lying about my relationship status, I mean, I'm not with anybody. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not dating anybody. I'm not married either. So, take it for whatever it's worth. I had asked the good old Mr. Google, once again, can this phrase, I don't get nothing, be a form of 18 U.S. Code, retaliating against a witness, victim, or informant? And guess what? Good old Mr. Google had to say about the subject. While the phrase, I don't get nothing, is not a direct threat of violence, it could potentially be considered a form of retaliation under 18 U.S. Code 1513, depending on its context. Which I'm going to get to. An legal definition of retaliation is broad and covers more than just direct threats. To be considered retaliation, the statement must meet several criteria. Now, after the CFO case, and supposedly, they might have said, this is his punishment. Because he don't get nothing. I don't know. Maybe they said that. I don't know. My media was blocked at that point. The context of a federal matter, the phrase must be said in the context of an ongoing, pending, or completed federal proceeding, such as communicating and information to federal law enforcement officer. Intent. The speaker must intend to retaliate against a witness, victim, or informant for their participation. I believe they did have intention of retaliating. Harmful action. It must constitute harmful action against a person. This can include seemingly subtle or non-physical actions, or of course have a firm conviction under this law where retaliatory intent is reasonable inference. I'll have to look up what that means later. Frankly, I believe by the fact that I can prove that they had lied about my location. You see, because I have the KY3 and KCC5 and other media outlet apps on my phone. You see, because my cell phone is associated with my Kansas City, Missouri address, which is my permanent residence, because even the state of Missouri, Department of Revenue, now the Department of Revenue has my current address on file as of the last couple of weeks, because I just got my real ID the other day in the mail, because I had it updated. You see, from the state of Missouri. You see, because I've allowed tracking on my apps. Therefore, you see, the KY3 app that I have on my phone, for example, I can track my location when I click on the app, and I'm using the app, you see. And that means while using the app, they will track my location. That means while using. So this will prove that they have been lying, in my opinion, about my location to everyone with hard evidence. And if they tamper with it, then it could be, in my opinion, also be tampering charge against them. Also, every time I click on the KY3 app, now, another example is the Kansas City Chiefs app, which I have used on my phone, actually, and the app is pinged my location in Kansas City, Missouri, because the Kansas City Chiefs, for example, I have selected to allow location access to always, and I have precise location selected, so that proves that the location, media, and all of those involved with KY3 News of Springfield, Missouri, have been lying to the FBI or others about my location, more than likely, in my opinion. Because, see, that KY3, or that Kansas City Chiefs app, rather, always means always allowed to collect my location services. So, like my iPhone is an old iPhone, and in my settings, it's like an iPhone 11 or something like that. In my settings, I have what is called privacy and security on my phone. Then I go down to what is called location services, and that is where I click on to have tracking for apps to share my location with my apps only, with my apps, not for the media, while using them for all the time. And in that setting is a list of apps, and in that list is the Kansas City Chiefs, which is listed as always, which I was getting at before, which means my location is always shared with the Kansas City Chiefs app. You understand? Now, under that is where I can click on what is called share my location, which means I can share my location with apps that are on my phone. You see, the KY3 app, for example, is set to while using the app, which means it will only track my location while I'm using the KY3 app. To make a long story short, sure, my technology can prove that they might have been lying to the FBI or other federal officers about my location in an effort to cover up what they have been doing for so long and trying to get away with. This has been Today in Politics with Noel John Bowling. Thanks for watching and listening to me rant away.